Hey everybody, Ralston27 back here, and I wanted to do a really interesting video today, and I wanted to finally do a Gorod Krovi thoughts video. We've had time to process it all, everything that's happened, all the weeks that have gone by, and now I have a really good idea what this map is like, and is it really that good? Well, I want to talk about the things I liked and didn't like in it. This video is meant to be a forum of sorts, so we can talk and debate in the comments friendly. I don't want the typical hate where it's stupid because it's stupid, but actually developing ideas and thoughts about this map because it's such a very good map. I think it deserves the discussion to talk about, does it deserve to be in the top 5 best maps of all time? Is it the best map of all time? And I think it's now in the conversation for one of the best maps of all time. So I'm gonna go through the things I like and the things I don't like about this map. So let's get the dislikes out first, and then we'll talk about the likes. I'd like to end on a good note. So the things I don't like about this map, the solo Easter egg seems way too hard for solo players. As much as that's, disappointing to say, it seems like for some reason, maybe it's just a me problem, but I like to think I'm decent at zombies. I must be missing something here, is that the average zombie player is going to struggle with his Easter egg. Say he doesn't have any Mega Gobblegums. So I'm thinking about the person that's playing local at home who has this map. He got the DLC, he doesn't play online with friends, he brings the map with him to, a vacation spot or something like that, and he's at his, parents' lake house and he's playing it. It's a very common thing where, you're playing locally with your friends or you play online, but private matches, whatever it might be, you don't use your Mega Gobblegums, you don't play enough to use Mega Gobblegums. Without Undead Man walking, or another player to sit there and train the zombies around, solo, it's such a tedious Easter egg to do by yourself. Even with you have the valves, not even a big deal. Totally easy what they do with all the steps and the websites and all that, quick and easy. But I found more than anything is scoring the Valkyrie, getting Gersh. These things take forever. They're so... For the common guy, how's he gonna know the specific places and where to go and all this stuff? There's no guides out saying, okay, so these are all the places Gersh goes. All the guides say, follow Gersh. And the average guy will be like, I don't know what the hell that means. All right, I'm following this yellow light, and I can't find it, and I keep getting a beep. For the Valkyrie, the average guy's gonna come out there and be like, I can't escort him when all these zombies are running after me. I mean, as good as you're doing this, by round 16, you're probably escorting the Valkyrie and zombies are sprinting at you. Without Undead Man walking, it becomes a very difficult task. Because if you shoot, you destroy it so easily, and it clips right through you sometimes, so you might not even know it's coming past you, and you're gonna get shot. It's just, for the solo guy, I think the Easter egg holds a lot of problems for, it's challenging. So that's the good news of it. It's a very challenging Easter egg, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a fun Easter egg. And that's a little disappointing because 2-player, 3-player, 4-player, I love this Easter egg. It's so much fun. It's so easy. It's so quick. I have a blast with it every time I play this map. And I normally have a blast every time I play the map. It's just when I'm trying to do this Easter egg solo, I seem not to like it as much. That's, again, this is personal. This is opinionated. This is my Gorod Krovi thoughts, all right? We're getting into the dislikes, and as you can tell already from the format, I will present you with an idea, and then I'm going to elaborate on that idea and explain my point of view, and you're welcome to disagree in the comments respectfully, but these are just ideas. I'd actually love to know how everybody else is faring solo-wise. How do you fare on this map solo when you try and attempt the Easter egg? It could be I'm just not good at this. I do all the other Easter eggs just fine. I like to think I'm decent at zombies, but something about this one is tripping me up, and it could just be this map. I mean, that happens to the best of us. The next thing I don't like that much is Sophia's constant dissenting opinions of the players. I like her humor. I enjoy it. I don't enjoy her constantly bashing on us. Constantly throughout the game. I will turn voices off just so I don't have to hear her constantly telling us that we shouldn't trust Richtofen, that we're stupid, that we're failures, that we're not good at what we do. I don't know, that doesn't do much for me, all right? It's not a big fan of that, and especially if I'm playing solo. Multiple people, you rarely hear this stuff, and then you complete the Easter egg and she's gone, you don't have to hear her crap anymore. So it's a good touch. I love Sophia in the map. Don't get me wrong here. I like her in the map. I love what they did with the storyline that way, but I just think the frequency of her dissenting opinions about us and Maxis and everything that's going on, she's supposed to be a machine, even though she's exhibiting a lot of emotion and her disdain for us. The next thing happened in a most recent patch, so this might get patched out again. I think Treyarch's still tinkering with this, but I do not like how frequently the dragon breathes fire now. It's supposed to help us, I think, because of the egg. I think there's a complaint that it took too long. You're waiting for your shield upgrade, for the egg to come, you're waiting for the dragon breathe fire. If you just stand in an area for maybe 15 seconds, 20 seconds, the dragon comes and breathes fire. And there's so many spots he breathes fire, especially training spots, that it makes it very, very obnoxious for players to constantly, every couple steps, be like, oh my god, here's a dragon. If you're even in the building, the dragon's coming for you to breathe fire, and it's just like, oh, give me a break. Like, I'm trying to just get around the map, and I'm constantly having to take my shield out to stop the fire from burning me. It's just a little gripe. I think the timing could be adjusted a little better on this map for the dragon coming down in the fire, because originally it took a little bit too long, and now it's a little bit too quick. So it's, again, not a big deal, but it's annoying nonetheless. The next thing is the gauntlet seems very tedious now. Once we've learned how to do the dragon egg and you gotta wait around, especially, I wish the big thing that wouldn't make it as tedious to me is if they allowed for the instance that as soon as you put the egg down, say it's round 11 and dragon breathes fire on it, then round 12, it's cooled and you're all set and you can take it. You know, you can leave one zombie, get fired, and then take it. You're getting these rounds up. Mandatory 2 rounds of time in between you putting the egg down, then you gotta kill zombies, and then you pick the egg up, and then you complete some more tasks, you gotta kill some more zombies, possibly in the next round, and then you gotta go over to Dragon Command, you gotta incubate the egg, and then when you incubate the egg, you possibly have to, you do have to wait another round, because it needs to cool down again. So you're not getting your gauntlet until later in the game, which is really good. That would be a good thing, that you're not getting all these weapons as soon as possible and early on, and then, you know, you're not rewarding players for working hard on the map. But since it's such a big part of the Easter egg, that's where it becomes a problem. Back to the solo Easter egg, you're doing so much, and you're sitting here having to do all these tasks, and then you still have to do this tedious task of getting the egg and getting the gauntlet just to get a trophy, when you don't need the gauntlet until much later in the challenges when you need to do a Gruff module breach. So it's interesting perspective, in my opinion, to see how that goes. And I think it's also frustrating how infrequent monkey bombs seem to be for me on this map. I've gotten them very few times, and you know, if you put in that new feature, especially the crate power gobble gum that's just been put in there, why not make it more frequent so we can enjoy the new features you put in the map? I don't understand why it's so difficult to get monkey bombs out of the box. It's just something that should be as common as the wonder weapon. And I think the final complaint I have here is the idea that the challenges, there's one challenge in particular where you have to slide under and kill 10 zombies. A lot of players are very upset by that. They don't like that challenge at all. It's very frustrating to them, and justifiably so. It can be difficult to slide under one of those things and then kill 10 of them. It's just like, it can be a bit frustrating, and it's understandable. But again, these are tiny dislikes. These are things that I think hold the map back a little bit, but in general, I have a very long list of likes that I'm now going to get into. That was the whole point. Got the little things that we weren't big fans of, right? We got that out of the way. So now, let's talk about what this map does right. And there is, let me tell you, a lot. All right, there is a lot of things. Let's just get right into it. Let's get into the map itself. Let's start as simple as the weapons. The weapons of the map have an excellent arsenal. The palette of weapons is excellent for this map. You have all kinds of things coming in, and you have the PPSH, the FFAS, the FAMAS remake is now in here, the MX Grand makes a return, the MP40. So you have some newer ones replacing the older new ones. We don't see the return of the Razorback or the Marshalls, but that makes these exclusive to maps and makes you want to go back and play Zetsubou no Shima because it had the Marshalls, and you want to play Gorod Krovi because it has the PPSH. I love that. You have the new Wonder Weapon, which I think is very, very fun. And we don't have any ridiculously overpowered Wonder Weapons for once. The previous Wonder Weapon wasn't too powerful. It wasn't the most powerful thing in the world. So, granted, we had that. That was the Mesmune. And then from there, we had super overpowered. The bows were just unbelievably strong. And then we ended up having the Apothecon Servant also being unbelievably strong. So it's interesting to see the waning power of our Wonder Weapons. Not necessarily a bad thing, because what they're doing instead is rewarding us with stuff like the Shield and the Strike Nades. I cannot say enough positive things about all the little rewards in this map. To get the Shield, we have our Shield, and then upgrade Shield process. You can get that by about round 6 or 7. I experienced that to get the Shield upgraded, and now you have this Shield that does massive damage, takes more hits, and rewards players for knowing the tips and tricks of the map. That's why I loved Zetsubou no Shima so much, because there are so many tricks with the plants, the waters, and there's all these things you could do, secret areas you could go, little challenges you could get rewarded for. I love that part of zombies. That was part of the fun. That's part of the fun of zombies, is like knowing those little ins and outs that the casual player won't and be rewarded for it, but not sending them on a quest, not a tedious quest that takes hours and hours to do. Next, I did enjoy the difficulty of the napalm and electric zombies in this map. They were balanced very, very well. It will catch players off guard. They're sloppy. I had an instance on a stream the other day where I was being sloppy. I was reading chat. I was going too far ahead. I wasn't thinking about what I was doing, and I was trying to spin the box and get a crate power and get a pack-a-punch weapon to start. And wouldn't you know it, the dragon breathes fire and turns all the zombies into napalms. It's round 4. I don't have jug or anything, and I'm meleeing them with my wrench. Not paying attention. The zombies blow up and down me. That's a good instance of showing, like, what are you doing? You're not playing the game right, and it's easily balanced. That, you know, it'll give you that little hiccup where you're like, uh-oh, gotta make sure to kill the napalms at a distance. That is awesome. I think that's a great, great, great feature to have in the game. It makes players think about what's going on. What am I doing? What do I really think about? This is a perfect outlet, just like the electric zombies. They have a little wave that shocks everything. They're not like EMZs where they shut you down and you can't see or anything, but you get electrified a little bit. Very, very good features of the game, and they're not frequent. You actually have the special infected more frequent than these napalm and electric zombies, which I think is a wonderful balance. Let's talk about the balancing of the special infected zombies. Just incredible, incredible conversation to be had here about what a great job they did with the Mangler and the Valkyries, all right? I was very worried about the Valkyries. They can occasionally be very, very annoying. The Valkyries are annoying when you're trying to do Easter egg stuff. When you're just playing the game again, they're not that annoying. They're really not that bad. Not a problem for most players. And that's something to keep in mind, that if you just play this map for gameplay and try and get the melee weapons, it is literally one of the most fun maps I have ever played. Hands down, one of the strongest gameplay additions to Call of Duty Zombies. I've played all the maps at length, and I just keep having this problem where I keep wanting to come back and play it. And that's ridiculous to me. Normally, I need to put it down because I'm worried I'm not going to like the map anymore. Here, I just want to keep enjoying the map and trying out all these positions, playing with my friends and stuff like that. That is just the most exciting and rewarding part about this map. I like how there's also quests related, so we'll get into the challenges a little bit. 2 are special infected. You shoot off the helmets and you shoot off the arms of the Manglers, and oh my goodness, you get rewarded in this map. These are the little things I'm talking about, with a helmet that deals more damage to the Manglers and you take less damage from them. Awesome reward for just tiny little details. You hear in-game cues to clearly tell you, hey, something's up here, something's going on. I love the fact that you can do the same thing with the Valkyries. You shoot off their arms, you shoot off their eyes, you get rewarded. You take the dragons all the way around the map, you get rewarded for playing the map and having fun with it. Awesome, awesome stuff. And we don't have to do a big setup. You don't have to get these parts. You don't have to acquire stuff. They're rewarding you for just playing the game. And that is the best thing you can do. So let's talk about the challenges. Most of the challenges, except that one I mentioned before, are just easy enough to play. Maybe the 100 MG kills and the 100 strike nades are a little annoying to do compared to how easy the other ones are. But again, they're challenges. They're good rewards. And I found myself, you use the strike nades, you upgrade the strike nades, boy, oh boy, you can get those 100 kills in no time. And let's talk about the upgrades of the strike nades. So easy. I'm hoping there's an upgrade for the Gauntlet of Siegfried as well. We talked about the shield earlier. There's just so many little things constantly rewarding you in this game, including the upgrade of the monkey bombs. Awesome, awesome addition to the game, and it's really exciting to see that Treyarch is caring about how the game plays, not just the story and the fantastical elements involved. Now, what else I do like is the site itself, the theme of the map. Even though the fantastical approaches are a bit much, I adore what Stalingrad is in this map. It's one of the worst conflicts ever and a perfect setting for zombies. The sights, the sounds, the audio design of this map is excellent. The dragons work well in the story that we're being told here through the radios and the Easter eggs. It works. They found a way to make that stuff work. I love what they did with the storyline in this map. Monty, an excellent addition to the storyline to help make sense of something that seemed completely inconsistent. We now have some continuity to our universe, and I absolutely love that. They put in multiple songs for everybody. The classic for what everybody enjoys. You have your Motorhead for something new, and then you even have a Samantha Lullaby if you work really hard for it. I love the variation of songs. I love maps with multiple songs because it gives you that incentive to keep playing, keep enjoying it, and get you excited during those rounds. Think about putting the songs on and doing the breach sequence, which I think is one of the greatest bits of gameplay ever. There's got to be terminology for this bit of cinematic experience that they create during the game. Now, you need this to get the strike nades, as you guys know. All you gotta do is interact with the strike nades and the dragon strike nades. Sorry, I keep calling them strike nades. Those are actually from Origins. Anyway, it starts this process that's just amazing presentation of holding off when you get the breaching and you're defending against all the zombies on all the sides, and manglers are coming at you, and you can use a mounted MG, and then you see them crawling out of the trenches. You can call strikes on them later on when you repeat the process to upgrade them. There's so many crazy, awesome instances, and you can just hang out there too. You can still get that feeling by just hanging out in the hatchery. That's an excellent place to camp as well. You got a gobblegum right on the right side there. You don't have any weapons available to you except the MG. You could literally have players looking one way, one on the MG, one down the stairs, and then a fourth one roaming to wherever there's a break-in, and you've created this excellent place to camp. That's a great segue into the camping places on this map. There's so many. All the Dragon Command sites just wonderfully made. I cannot say enough good things about how the Dragon Command sites work. Just masterful. That you have the Groff modules breaching. It works. It's quick. It's easy. It's a good change of pace. Then you have all these dragon sites that you can go to, work similar to the lunar landers. You go to Pack-a-Punch through them. The sequence is long sometimes, but guess what? Like we said earlier, the game rewards you for playing. You take all those dragons, you do your little egg, you get the strike nades. Guess what? Dragons are now free, and you can teleport to Pack-a-Punch whenever you want as long as you have the wings. Just awesome, awesome additions to this. Make the map so much better, so much smoother. The shield itself has made leaps and bounds. I cannot say enough good things about the shield. It's a legitimate weapon now with the fire that it breathes. All of a sudden, the shield is so much more valuable, so much more fun to use, and it's a must-have even more than it was before. You could be screwed and you take out your shield, you shoot the fire, and you have a second breather. It's an awesome addition to the game. The quotes itself from the characters in game are just wonderful as well. There's a lot of good banter. I'm finding myself laughing again listening to my heroes because they're getting a little bit crazy with the 115 delusions and everything, but even more so, they're having fun with it again. They're not so serious. It's not about this mission. We start to lose track of that a lot in this storytelling in Black Ops 3. Let's talk about the travel around the map. They made a great addition by adding sewers to this map, help us get around and round about the map in just no time, which is just an excellent sequence. We don't have to sit through this long dragon sequence. It's a little lengthy sometimes going through the sewers, but still, it's quick enough for you to still be active in doing stuff. It allows for these awesome sequences and engagements. You can have someone running and spawn, and I've had instances where I drop down with my weapons, I'm shooting in the air coming out of the sewer and killing those zombies just as he was about to go down. Just awesome opportunities these features create inside this map. Next, I want to talk about the traps in the map. All of them fit very well. You have your electric traps that show up in certain areas. The Gigant lasers are awesome. You have the Gigant claw, and those are just the Origin robots. You just have awesome implementation of these traps that really make everything fun, all right? This map, overall, as you guys have heard me talk about, I hit just about all my points. I'm going to touch on the Easter egg one more time. I still think they did an excellent job with the Easter egg overall, doing the challenges, making it more lengthy than Zetsubo no Shima, having a real fun time with everything that's been going on, and playing off the character quotes, bringing characters back like Groff and stuff like that. Just, they did a very big service to fans of this map. And the DLC Gobblegums, I forgot to talk about that, are all excellent. Every one of them. They even did a banana Kool-Aid, actually, I forgot what it was, but the sliding one that everyone was so in love with. Just an excellent job to bring that back so fans could enjoy that in some shape or form. Not to just straight up copy what everybody suggested, but put their own spin on it. We don't know if they actually listened to the community, but we got what we wanted pretty much, and that'll shut up the banana Kool-Aid stuff. And then you had these awesome shopping free, one of the best ones ever, and the throwing up one was just a fun way to play. Treyarch hit a home run with Gorod Krovi, in my opinion. I've played it many, many times. I've tried to get through the Easter egg many, many times. I've seen the good, I've seen the bad, and this is a great map. This is going to be something for the ages that people will constantly come back to play, and I am very, very happy with what Treyarch was able to accomplish so far in Black Ops 3, and especially in this map. It has been my pleasure to discuss this zombie stuff with you. Understand this is just a very opinionated form type of talking. I understand everyone has different experiences, and you're going to enjoy the map all differently. Me personally, this is going to be one of my top 5 favorite maps of all time. They put so much into here. There's so many ciphers, so many quotes, so many little things to reward players. It's a great map, and I can't rave enough about it. If you just play it to play, you're gonna love it. If you're with friends, you're gonna love it. It's one of my favorite maps, and I want to know if it's yours in the comments down below. In the comments down below, if you don't like it, let me know why. Try and actually get your thoughts out like I did in this video. It's a little bit of a lengthy video, but I'd love to know, what did you guys think of Gorod Krovi? I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will all see you in the next zombie video. Bye!
Thank you so much to our Patreon supporters who make these videos possible, especially Kingdom Hops, Beefy, Brian, 117, Logan, and Davo. On screen, you can check out more Gorod Krovi videos. You can check out Dr. Monty Quotes and Gorod Krovi Ending Explained, raw footage of the boss fight if you just want to experience it yourself, and the ending cutscene. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have absolutely wonderful days. Bye!